Hello, everybody. Welcome to Masterpiece Show. Tonight, as always, we are going to have a very special guest in our show. It's my pleasure to introduce one of the most awesome and inspirational professors, Margoth Sulca. Margoth, welcome to Masterpiece Show.
Good evening, everyone. Hi, Mauri. It's a pleasure to be here, and also I'm kind of surprised. I'm not sure what I'm going to do because it's the first time that live. I've been teaching by Zoom, and it's that kind of surprised and nervous at the same time. Thank you for your invitation, Mauri.
Thank you so much for accepting this invitation, my dear Margoth. Okay, well, before we start, we want to send a special greetings to all people who are watching this show around the world. We want to send a special greetings to all people who are watching this show in Europe, in the Netherlands, Scotland, England, Germany, Italy, Spain, and Austria. Thank you so much for being part of Masterpiece Show. We want to send a special greetings to all people who are watching this show in South Korea, Saudi Arabia, China, and Japan. Thank you so much for your support and thank you so much for being part of Masterpiece Show. We want to send a special greetings to all people who are watching this show in Canada, the USA, Mexico, Panama, Trinidad and Tobago, Colombia, Brazil, Argentina, Paraguay, Peru, and of course here in Ecuador. Thank you so much for your messages and thank you so much for being part of Masterpiece Show. Well, we want to send a special greetings also to our special group of students, GAR students, the high performance student who are studying in Europe, and also our EHI Tech students who are studying around the world. Thank you so much for your support and thank you so much for watching Masterpiece Show. Well, so now it's time to introduce our sponsors. All right, so let's welcome ClassPro. Remember that ClassPro offers you different services such as advisory for educational and social projects, training for standardized tests such as KET, PET, FCE, and TOEFL. ClassPro also offers you document translations from English to Spanish, French, Italian, Portuguese, and German. ClassPro offers you academic consulting. If you need help for your thesis, English language learning, linguistics, and applied linguistics, ClassPro is the best option for you. Remember that ClassPro is located in Quito at Centro Comercial Artesanal on the first floor, corridor number 1, store 105. If you want to talk to the CEO of ClassPro, Master Pablo Mejia Maldonado, you can contact him. There you are, his cell phone number. ClassPro, the best option for your educational and social projects. We want to welcome Jaguar. Yes, remember that Jaguar is one of the most innovative projects developed by Yache Tech students. This project was participated at one of the most important events in the world, Whole Prize, and Jaguar became one of the winning teams. And thanks to this, now Jaguar is offering you the best eco-friendly product. Yes, Jaguar is offering you eco-friendly diapers. Yes. So if you need more information about Jaguar, you can get it on their social media sites on Facebook, LinkedIn, and also on Twitter and Instagram. And if you want to buy this eco-friendly product, you can get more information at www.jaguar.net. Jaguar, the best eco-friendly diapers for you. We want to welcome Yanapana Project. Yanapana Project is a great project developed by GAR students. Yes, and this project offers you online Spanish and English tutorials, document translations, academic consulting, and now they are offering this new service, the chat rooms. Yes, if you are interested in developing your English skills, especially speaking, now you can do it through this new service, the chat rooms. And the price of this new service is very reasonable for you. If you need more information about Yanapana Project, you can get it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And remember that Yanapana Project is also recruiting volunteers. If you want to become part of this awesome project, you can get more information about www.janapanaproject.org. Janapana Project. Okay, and as I told you at the beginning of this show, tonight we are going to have the opportunity to talk to our special guest, Margoth Sulca. Margoth is an English language instructor and she was one of the girl students trainers. So tonight, Margoth is going to tell us about her experience as an English language instructor and also her experience as a girl students trainer. Once again, dear Margot, welcome to Masterpiece Show. Let's begin. Okay. Well, my dear Margot, we would like to know a little bit more about you. So, what about if you start talking about your academic background?
Sure. Thank you, Mauri. First of all, I started practicing English, not learning English at home because my relatives are from United States, from Illinois. So I started speaking English at a very early age. I became the translator of my family. So I had the need to learn English. And then I started studying English at a university, right? And then I got a master's degree at Catholic University. My master's degree is in teaching English as a foreign language. Then I have attended several seminars, especially this year. I have attended seminars about digital tools in which we have to master. From night to day, we have to master in teaching using digital tools as best as we can. And this is what I have done pretty much. I am an English teacher. I have taught primary school, high school. I have taught young adults, and I have taught even my colleagues at university. I worked at SP University, and where I taught English as a second language.
Wow, great, 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 great. Well, what an interesting profile of our special guest. And behind the scenes, we were talking about her experience as an English instructor. And she told me that she has had the chance to work with children. And we were talking about that because it is very important to know how to work with children. My dear Margot, what about this new educational system? We know that the pandemic is something that nobody expected, and probably teachers we didn't or we weren't ready for this. So, for your experience, what can you say about the new educational system, the virtual classes? How can teachers manage this new educational system?
Well, it has different perspectives. First
Mhm.
perspective is the teacher's perspective. At the beginning, we were kind of afraid because we didn't know how to deal the new technology. And second thing, it was that we planned activities that we thought it was okay with the students. We also tend to ask the students, if you are listening to me, can you put a hand up? Can you repeat after me? If they wrote something, I ask them, can you put your notebook or your piece of paper in front of the camera because I want to verify if you are following me. Sometimes some students didn't show up at classes, and the teacher should contact parents in order to know if they were attending, if they were understanding. So it was like about 1 year and 5 months, and then we met each other at school. At the beginning, were small groups, like 6 students per class, and then this is the real life.
Mhm.
When they went back to school, we realized that even though we tried really hard telling them, put your hands up and show me your stuff, please put it in front of your camera, or upload into Google Classroom, now we realize that most of them didn't learn anything. They have forgotten simple things such as the alphabet. Some of the
Mhm.
students, like in third grade and fourth grade, they should master in handwriting. So they have forgotten the alphabet. They have forgotten how to connect V, U, and S if they want to write bus. So they have forgotten how to write on the lines. We assumed that it was pretty easy and they were following us in classes, but they have forgotten simple abilities. And you can imagine about the social skills. Since they were some of them isolated means that they were not in contact with children of their age, not with mommy or daddy. So they have forgotten, like, taking turns for speaking, like put a hand up if you want to say something. Can you wait, please? So they have forgotten. They tend to speak at the same time. So they were kind of, I told you, isolated. Some of them felt kind of lonely because they lost this contact with peers, which is very, very important. And then some of them manage and master in sending or uploading activities in Google Classroom, which is great because it saves a lot of time for the teachers. But in the moment that they have to work by themselves, they don't remember how to do that. So we can assume that somebody was helping them, which is good, but they have to work by themselves. And we have started right now. Now at school where I'm working right now, we have like 12 students per class, and we have to restart again. And we tend that this year and 5 months, we have to go back 1 year, and we have learned to be patient and understand their situation, because some of them have forgotten very simple things that we thought they were learning. But poor kids were not learning at that moment. They were kind of copying stuff, but they didn't process in their mind because they are children and they need to play. Some of them need really in order to learn and to practice, but at home they didn't have that stuff. So we have to restart like 1 year ago, when we were 1 year ago.
Wow. Yes, yes, yes. I completely agree with you, dear Margoth. And well, we were talking also about the abilities that teacher um, have to have in order to work with children. Maybe some people can think that working with children is a very easy task, but let me tell you something from my experience as well. I can say that it's very challenging, but not impossible. We have something. We have good points about working with children. I was talking to Margot about this, and I said, well, I think that all teacher should start working on these levels. Yeah, with kids, with children. Yes, because there you can discover a really fascinating world, and you can get you can learn many things, not only from your colleagues, but also from your children as well. Yeah, so it's a really nice experience. So and we can see that Margot is a great professor because she has had the opportunity to work with children and also with teenagers. Well, she has had the opportunity to work with different groups of students. So this is something really nice. Galo Torres has a question, and he is asking, "Hi, what qualities do you have to be an English teacher?" So, from your experience, what can you say, my dear Margot?
Well, first of all, you need to be patient, because you don't know how their brain is processing the information. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so once you get to know the student, every single student in your classroom, then you have to approach, once you know how they learn, then you have to approach the ability that they have, the intelligence that they manage, and right after that, you need to plan activities. Then you might have one whole activity for the class, but simultaneously you will need to practice to plan one single activity for that student which has a different ability. I have students who are very good at math, but they are not very good with language. Consequently, you have to wait until they get to the
Mhm.
point.
Yeah. Okay.
So that is
Interesting.
one, right? Maybe you
Mhm.
have to be sensible as well. Why? Because
Mhm.
sometimes they refuse to work, and they do not have enough vocabulary in order to express. So you have to kind of guess what's going on with the students, and then so if you have patience and if you have that sensibility in order to sense what's going on, then you have to be like multitask teacher, because you need to plan several activities in 40 minutes, and you try to develop two or three abilities such as thinking skills, but to different brains. That's why you need to be multitasking.
Mm-hmm. That's correct. Very good. Thank you so much, Gal, for your question, and thank you so much, Margot, for your answer. Thank you so much. Well, I want to send a special greetings to all people who are watching the show right now. Special greetings to Catherine Yawal. Thank you so much, Marta Ogoño Caraguay. I think she's from El Oro. Thank you so much. Catherine Mogrovejo. Thank you, Pari Carwa. Sebastian Santamaria, Fernando, Belén Matabay. Thank you so much for watching the show right now. And well, we kindly invited to join us on Facebook and also on the official YouTube channel of Anivisa Producciones. Thank you so much for your messages. And well, yeah, what you said is very, very interesting, Margot. Yeah, we have to master different abilities, different skills in order to teach, and it's very important to become like a model for our students. I am completely sure that some of your students um, have um, have said that you are like an inspiration for them, or at least they can say, well, teacher, it's the first time that I really like the English class. So probably from your experience, have you had this type of comments from your students, Margot?
Well, yes. Last year, I met a student who was 9 years old, and at the beginning, this kid didn't say any single word in Spanish. And you can imagine that he cannot get in English. And then the first 6 months, I only pay attention to him. Then by February, he can make eye contact with me. And that was the best part. And later on, he started developing social skills. He started kind of understanding Spanish. He was born in Ecuador, but he has a special situation in his personal life. So he was blocked. You can imagine that he cannot speak any Spanish,
Mm-hmm.
his native language, and then trying to teach them a foreign language, it was really hard. Now this kid is 10 years old, and when he saw me at school, like 2 meters away, he started yelling, "Good morning, teacher! Good
Oh,
morning!"
wow.
Then he tries to communicate, but at the beginning, this kid did not say anything.
Mm-hmm.
He only cried and cried because of his personal situation. But after 6 or 7 months, and then the pandemic was in Ecuador, we start classes in Zoom. Then we didn't lose the contact, right? And then when we see each other again after 1 year and 5 months, he has developed this ability to establish eye contact, And I developed the ability to sense what's going on with this kid. And that was fantastic because then what I did a year ago was the right thing to do in that moment, right? It was to make feel like he's important, even though he has some difficulties. Now you can see that he has gone a step forward. That's what
That's
the last experience that I have had. Then I think I will face more experiences like that because we pretend we want a perfect life, but we have a different life and we have to adapt and change and we have to model and we have to prepare those kids for the future.
that's right. Yes, very, very good. And what a nice story. What a nice story. I really, really like what you said. Very good. Margot, you were before, behind scenes, you were telling us about something that you have at the back. Can you tell us a little bit more about the things that you have at the back? Because
Sure.
it looks something interesting.
Well, actually, I'm working at Colegio Seglos Valles, right?
Mhm.
And as you know, SEC is an international brand. This school is in South America, North America, Europe. And this is more than, not only school, this is an international brand. And this school also has a university, which is very famous. And I told you at the beginning that I attended a seminar this weekend at Set University. They are very well organized. They have excellent programs. And
Mhm.
last school year, when we were in our homes, we received a present from Seclos Valles, and it was a jar that has this message: ¿Cuál es tu habilidad? Tu habilidad de ser profesor del SEC. It was
Mhm.
in Spanish. Um, it was a very good surprise. And I was telling you previously that being a teacher, a primary teacher, is demanding because you
Mhm.
need to plan lots of activities, like 5 per 40 minutes. Sometimes you may practice only one, and sometimes those 5 activities will not enough. So what do I do in that moment? I use some TPR activities. I have some speaking games, which we can use in that moment, because if the students get bored, so you can use those games. So see, that is what I see, Profe Margot. It was Profe Margot from Seglos Valles. It was present from SEC. And what else can I tell you? So they try to improve the new methodologies in order to learn English. And the students are adapting. We have started this immersion program, and we try to teach almost every single subject matter in English, which is great. At the beginning, the students tend to be afraid, tend to block themselves, but after a while, and using games, that's important because you lower their level of anxiety. So when they play, they start interacting more, practicing more English. And in this particular year, I am with the students all the time. If they go to PE, if they go to swimming lessons, between parentheses, the school has a swimming pool, and the students attend every single week to the pool. So when we go to chill with the children to the swimming pool, to PE, to art, to mathematics, we speak every time in English. So after 1 year of this immersion program, we hope they have developed the skill to communicate in English, which is perfect because at their age they absorb a lot of things, and that's the best moment to learn.
Definitely. Yes, very good. Thank you so much for sharing that with all of us, my dear Margot. Margot, we have another question. Well, Catherine Mogrovejo says, good evening. From your experience, what would you recommend to students to improve their speaking skills?
So, the very first thing is to be ready to make mistakes. Learning a
Mhm.
language, even Spanish or English, doesn't mean that you are not going to make a mistake. Well, what I suggest is to practice. Don't
Mhm.
concentrate in grammar, only practice. Sometimes you tend to forget how to say things. Now we have internet on your hand so you can research immediately how to say the word. And once you have the chance to speak in English, only say what you want to say. Don't think much about grammar structure or what the other person will think about my mistake, because real life nowadays is to communicate. According to what I have read, like 40 or 50 years ago, when you were learning an foreign language, you have to concentrate in good sentences, in repetition as well. But nowadays, since we have internet, you have to concentrate in to communicate. Um, and also, if you have the chance to practice with your peers, would be your friends, your classmates at school, try to say every single word in English. If you don't know one word, but you can remember the other parts of the sentence, go ahead and practice English. Then the teacher will help you with that single word. But what you have to do is be a risk taker and don't be afraid of making mistakes, because we were taught that we have to be perfect when you pronounce, but nowadays, according to the studies, there are more people that speak English who are not native speakers that speak English. So, welcome to the mistakes, all the mistakes that you can make because you are producing. Even when we are teachers and when we correct writing pieces, we realize that the students that make a lot of mistakes are the students that are writing larger pieces. On the other hand, the students that don't make mistakes can write small pieces of writing. So don't be afraid and be a risk taker.
That's correct. Perfect. Practicing is the key. And also remember, mistakes are part of the learning process. Very good. Thank you. Thank you so much, my dear Margot. And thank you so much, Catherine, for your question. Okay, my dear Margot, we know that you had the chance to work with high performance students. So now can you tell us a little bit more about your experience as a guard students trainer, please?
Sure. Well, I have taken some notes because I imagine that I could get emotional because it was one of the best experiences in my life for different reasons. Reason number one, we can realize that there are very intelligent people in Ecuador. And sometimes they don't have the opportunity to go a little bit further. But with this project, they could get a lot of information. They develop lots of abilities. And I'm not sure if I can read because, as I told you at the beginning, I was kind of emotional when I remember those days. Some of them at the beginning didn't understand what I said. And even though they didn't understand, they wanted to learn and they wanted to pass the examinations and they studied a lot. I remember that some of them had to attend the classes at Senai. Do you remember that name, Mauri? And then
Um,
Siepi. It was Siepi.
yeah, yes, that is the place where they were trained. Yeah,
Yes.
CFP. Yes, that's right.
Yep. And then at the same time, they have to attend classes for passing exams like mathematics or physics in English. So they have to attend simultaneously. And you can imagine the effort that their brain was making at that moment. It was amazing because lots of students passed those examinations in English. Some of them, I remember one student was from Loja, and this kid was really creative. I asked a very simple piece of homework, which was to create. It was to create an advertisement, and the next day he presented that advertisement full of lights. He made circuits and he included lights in the piece of paper. He said, "Wow, how did you do that?" And he said, "You know that I studied at this school in it was Loja in Ecuador." And he said that he practiced at school, and that's it. Because they learned pretty fast. I remember that they were very challenging. The very first day when I met them, I remember that Carmita told me
Mhm.
that they were the best students from Ecuador. And when I
Mhm.
feel the mood of the class, I was kind of, wow, this is going to be really hard for my brain because what I have to do is to convince them that I know, and also I have to develop skills to teach them. And then the very first class, I prepared for about 60 minutes and they were done in 20 minutes. And then I said, wow, these kids, they are going to go very far. And we know that they have gotten this level and they are studying and living abroad. And some of them were from very uh, far cities in Ecuador. They haven't heard an English teacher maybe for 2 years. And when they were
Mhm.
in our classes, they developed all the skills, all the abilities, and also they can communicate with fluency with us. Because being an English teacher is one thing, and speaking with fluency is another thing. So these students learn grammar, structure, they develop vocabulary, and at the same time, they speak with fluency, which was the idea. They have to be able to communicate, not only pass the exam, but to communicate because the goal was to live abroad. And so they are living abroad. And I told Mauri that when I saw them, I can't believe that they started at the very beginning. They were in the very beginning, right, in the level. And then when I see their comments in Facebook, oh, that's very, I feel really happy and very proud for being part of their lives at that period. And now we know that they are doing very great.
Yes, 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 definitely. Wow. If I am not wrong, the student that you mentioned at the beginning probably is Joel, because wow, yeah, this guy is very very intelligent. Like all our students have a different story, and they are like boxes of surprises. When you open it, you realize that they have many good things, many abilities, many good things to see and to say. So yeah, that is why I shared the same words that you mentioned before. Working with Gary student has been one of my best professional experiences ever. So yeah, I really like to work with this group of great students. Yeah, and yeah, they are really intelligent, and yeah, we have good memories of them. Well, by the way, we want to send a special greetings to our GAR students who are studying around the world in Australia, the Netherlands, England, Scotland, yes, and also in other countries. also in the US, Canada. Thank you so much, dear guard students, for your support and for being part of Masterpiece Show. We have another special question from Gabriel Almaji. He asks, what do you recommend for people who don't get along with English and no matter how hard they try, they can learn it?
Oh, well, the problem is not that you can learn. Maybe you need a teacher in order to make contact. I think everything is about emotion. And
Mm-hmm,
if you feel that you can't do, you are not going to do. However,
mm-hmm,
if you make connection with someone, could be a teacher, a colleague, a relative. In my case, as I told you at the beginning, I used to practicing when I was very young at home because nobody speaks English at home except me. So I feel the need. So if you think you don't get along with English, is that you don't get along with the person who taught maybe when you were in fourth grade or in sixth grade. And once you learn what happened at that moment, you can restart. Like when you refresh your page, you have to refresh your page here and you have to start a new relationship with the person who is going to teach you in English, and everything will be solved. Remember what we have experienced with GARD students. When I say that they didn't listen to English, it means that they studied at public schools.
mm-hmm,
Some of them didn't live in the cities. They live very far from the cities where
mm-hmm,
English teachers did not show up. It means they didn't listen English at schools. And when they were in our classes, they start like they click and they start listening and listening. And when your brain is able to process that information, magic begins. According to the experts, you have every human being has a special device in your brain. And if you were born in Canada, you are going to learn the language that is spoken in Canada. If you were born in Africa, you have a device that will click in the moment that you were born in Africa, right? So, based on this information, you need to click with that person that could help you in order to understand and later on produce English. As soon as you begin practicing English, practice means making mistakes. As soon
mm-hmm.
as you start practicing and making mistakes, you will realize that you will be able to learn English.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Yes, yes, yes. That's completely right. Okay, my dear Margaret. Well, what you said before, it is something that reminded me a nice memory from my car students. You mentioned that there were some students who lived far away from big cities. They live in the countryside, and yeah, and some of them didn't have teachers, English teachers at high school. Yes, I remember the story of Oscar. Oscar was one of those students who one day told me, teacher, at high school, I didn't have an English teacher since first year of bachillerato. I didn't have any English teacher. And the only way to learn English was through our chemistry teacher who was taking an English course, and sometimes she used to share what she was learning at that course in our class. So I got impressed about that. And from my experience, I can say that, yeah, Oscar was one of those students who didn't have enough knowledge about the English language, but little by little he learned a lot. And Margot, for me, the last day when I was talking to him, and to see that he started to produce to talk to me in English, oh my god, Very amazing. Probably that is like, oh my God, I did it. I did it. I did it. Yes. And Oscar, you did it as well. I am very happy. I am very proud of you. So it was like the best, one of the best experiences in my professional life. So yeah, it is really nice, as you said before, to be part of their dreams, to be part of this amazing adventure of our GAR students. So yeah, we are very, very proud of you, dear GAR students.
Yes, that's true. And also, I want to tell you that in this experience, the person who learned the most, it was me. Why? Because I learned from
Mhm.
them that no matter what, no matter how, they never give up. Never. They were sometimes really tired because they have to attend classes in the morning, classes in the evening, and then they continue studying at home, and they never give up. They also taught me how to be sensible. They were, and this is what I wrote, right? They were responsible, kind, principled, respectful, risk takers. And sometimes I feel that they were more mature than me
Mhm.
in several ways. They learn how to make decisions at the right time, and they know how to manage their time because they didn't have enough time for hanging out with friends, but they learn how to manage skills, social skills, and they learn how to manage their thinking skills as well. And they have to, sometimes they divide it, but they devoted more time for learning. And then also they could have good relationships, and they also taught me how to communicate. One of them told me, "Teacher, I broke up with my girlfriend because I'm traveling to London. And I know I have to be honest that I'm not going to continue this relationship. So I continue chatting, but I have to be honest." And I told her that I'm traveling abroad and I won't continue with this relationship. He was really sad that day. But the moment that he told me what he was feeling, that was it. And then he said, and one of them kind of criticized him, telling him, "But you continue, you are chatting with her." And I remember that I said, "Chatting doesn't mean having a relationship." And he agreed. And he said, "Yes, I'm honest." And I told her that we are done, but she's a good person and I will be for her. So that's why he was chatting, right? It was wonderful because they taught me that you have to make a decision in the right moment, in the right place, because it was for his best, for her best as well. And now I see that they are in Europe, they are abroad, and it makes me feel really happy and really proud. And what I wrote is that these kids were genius. For me, they were
Mhm.
genius. Um, at that moment, I have worked for about 25 years teaching English, and I told you that I have planned for one period of 60 minutes. And because I have a lot of experience, but then when I met them, I realized that what I learned was not enough. And then they completed all the activities pretty well, no mistakes, and pretty fast in 20 minutes. And then I start like challenging them and me in order to get the level that I get. And they pass all the formal examinations. That is the proof that they are genius.
Definitely, they are genius. Very good, thank you. By the way, we want to send a special greetings to all people who are watching this show around the world and also here in Ecuador. So we want to send a special greetings to Ayul Lojano. Yeah, Ayul is from Cuenca. Thank you so much, Ayul, for watching Masterpiece Show. David Puca, thank you so much. Steven de la Cruz, thank you so much for watching Masterpiece Show. Tay Abad from Loja. Thank you so much, Tay, for watching Masterpiece Show. Joao Leandro Lopez, thank you so much. And this is a very special greeting. A special greetings to our dear GAR student, Nicole Capa, Nikki, thank you so much for watching Masterpiece Show. Wow, Nikki is a great student. She is a very outstanding student, and I have good memories of her because she was the guard student who plays the violin very well. So special greetings to you, my dear Nicole Capa, and all people who are watching this show in Loja. Thank you so much for your support. Okay, thank you, and thank you so much to all people who are watching the show right now. Remember that you can watch this show on Andivisa Producciones on Facebook and also on the official YouTube channel. Yes, we are like Andivisa Producciones. Thank you so much. Okay, my dear Margot. Well, I think we will need more time to continue talking about the great experiences with our GAR students. But before we continue with our next section, I really liked when you mentioned that the person who learned the most was me. Yes, that is something that I really like it because I feel the same. I feel the same. So that is the best part of being a teacher. You not only teach, you also learn from your students. So it's
That's
fantastic
true.
to
Yes,
hear from
completely
you.
true.
Mhm. Okay, my dear Margot. So once again, we want to send a special greetings to all people who are watching this show around the world. Thank you, Andrea Carolina Vega Benavides, for watching Masterpiece Show. Okay, so now it's time to continue with our next section. So, my dear Margot, we have some pictures, and we are going to ask you some questions related to these pictures. Okay, so let's begin with the first picture. Okay, Margot, why is this picture very special for you?
Okay, well, different reasons. Reason number one, because it's a new beginning. You will
Mhm.
see that I'm working at school that is Seglos Valles. And then this is a corridor where I work in this moment. And I told you a few minutes ago that one of my students who didn't speak any single word, neither in English nor in Spanish, he was in the other side of the corridor. And in the morning, he started screaming, "Teacher, good morning." Then
Mhm.
second of all is because that day we started a summer camp at school, and that particular year was about superheroes. So
Okay.
we started with the superheroes theme, and everything that we did in that summer camp was about superheroes. In cooking lessons were about superheroes. All the reading, all the listening, all the games were about superheroes. If they have to color, it was superheroes. And then what this reinforce is that children and also adults we like to play games. And when
Yes,
you
that's
play games, you practice everything that you know. And if you don't know by that time, you are going to learn exactly in this moment. Why? Because all your emotions are in the game. You are trying to win the game. So that's
mhm.
why I have sent you this picture because we are convinced that playing games is the best part of learning a language. You need to read, you need to write, you need to practice grammar. And when do you apply all that you have learned during the games? Actually, there is an author with her name is Betty Azar. She has several books about how to practice English uh, through grammar and games. So that's the best way in order to reinforce not only the reviews, not only the examinations, not only oral projects, but playing games is the best way in which you can practice all that you have learned. And this is where I
Mhm.
work now.
Great, fantastic. Now we know why this picture is very special for our special guest. Thank you so much for your answer, and thank you so much to people who are sending your messages. Remember that you can do it on Facebook and also on YouTube. Thank you so much, Darwin Carwa. Thank you so much for your message. All right, so let's continue with our second question. And well, let me tell you something. Our production assistant is a little bit curious. So he found a nice picture from you, and we are going to ask you the following question. Margot, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you see this beautiful picture?
Oh, how did you get that? Well,
Our
that is
production
my
assistant. Our production
oh,
assistant.
well, that is my family.
Mm-hmm.
Then, well, that day we were celebrating a birthday, and
Mm-hmm.
it was my mom, my brother, my sister-in-law, and my two nephews.
Mm-hmm.
And I like these reunions because it's the only moment that you can keep in touch with your relatives. We don't have enough time because everyone is working or everyone is studying. So only birthday celebrations, all the families together. You can listen to everyone and their jokes, and you learn how they think. And also, if they have troubles, if they need help, that's the only moment we can share. And I also have the blessing of having my mommy. She's not 89, and she's perfectly well. So being with them, with my mommy also, is the best thing that I have in my life.
Very good. And by the way, we want to send a special greetings to all your family. And yeah, we are very, very glad to have you here, dear Margot. And thank you for sharing that nice story about your family. Yeah, well, I think that the one of the most important things in our lives is definitely our family. Very good. Thank you. Marta
That's true.
Ongoño Caraway. Thank you so much, Marta, for watching Masterpiece Show. Wow, we have a great audience tonight. Thank you so much for being part of this show. Thank you so much. Luis Imbanya, thank you so much, Luis Imbanya in Nono. That is a small town. And thank you so much, Luis Simbanya, for watching Masterpiece Show. And special greetings to your family as well. Thank you. Kevin Molina, thank you so much, Kevin, for watching Masterpiece Show. Wow, we have many people who are watching the show right now. Thank you so much. Okay, well, my dear Margot, now we have something like an icebreaker. Yeah, we are going to
Okay.
play. Okay,
Okay.
so let's
Perfect.
begin with our first game. Okay, and there you are. So, Margot, there you are. You can see a board with nine numbers. Okay, you are going to choose three numbers from the board, and the idea of this game is to unhide and reveal the hidden picture. I am going to give you three clues, and you have to reveal the hidden picture with the clues that I am going to give you.
Okay.
Okay, so let's
Okay.
begin. Good. Can you choose the first number, please?
Sure. Three.
So it's
Three.
number three. And okay, that is a good clue. Okay, so this is one of the most famous statues in the
Statue of
world.
Liberty.
Yes,
Statue
yes,
of
yes, yes.
Liberty.
Okay, perfect. Yes, there you are. This is one of the most important and colossal monuments in the USA. Yeah, it is located in New York. So yeah, well, our production assistant chose this picture because most of our special guests always choose number five. So he said probably let's choose this picture to make it challenging for our special guest, but you were wrong because our special guest did it at the first try. Very good, excellent. Yes, the Statue of Liberty. Very good. Have you been to there, my dear Margot, maybe?
No, 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 no. I haven't been there. I've been in
Okay,
Chicago.
okay, perfect. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, and thank you so much, Stalin Fuentes, for watching Masterpiece Show from Atuntaki. Thank you so much. That is a very beautiful town, Atuntaki. Very good. And let me show you a special greeting from our special guard student, Nikki Capa from Aloha. Thanks, Teacher Mauricio. I hope to see you very soon. Congratulations, Teacher Margot. Thank you so much, Nikki, for your message. Oh my God, last time when we interviewed Nikki, she made me cry because
Oh,
wow, she prepared something special, like a set of pictures with nice messages, with a nice video, and oh my God, she made me cry because it was like, wow. I can imagine that I had the chance to. I was very lucky to work with her students. So
mhm.
thank you, Nikki. Thank you for watching Masterpiece Show. And remember that you are very special for us as all GAR students. Thank you so
That's
much,
true.
Nikki, for your message. Okay, so let's continue now with our next game. Okay, so my dear Margot, our next game is called The Curious Wheel. So as you can see, there you are some sections on the wheel. Yeah, each section contains two options. I am going to spin the wheel and I am going to
Okay.
ask you some questions. You can choose only one option, or maybe you can answer my questions, and you can say both or neither, and you have to tell us why. Okay,
Okay.
so let's with our first question. And the first question for our special guest is, Margot, which place do you prefer the most? A mountain or an island?
Well, I like an island. Why? Because nowadays I'm freezing in Quito. Quito is really cold, and if I could travel right now, I would travel to an island in order to feel the warmth, in order to feel the sunshine, in order to get lemonade, to be in front of a swimming pool, in front of the ocean, to smell also. I smell the ocean, and maybe to hang out with some friends. That
Hmm.
will be my answer. An island.
Okay, perfect. Very good. Excellent. So now let's continue with our next question. All right, and our next question is, okay, Margot, which flavor do you prefer the most? Chocolate or vanilla?
I do prefer chocolate because I love chocolates. I'm addicted to chocolates now. And also, what I have read is that chocolate it's very good for your brain. I mean
Mhm.
chocolate, not the combination chocolate with sugar. Chocolate is very good for your brain. You think better, you get smarter. Chocolate. The answer is chocolate.
Okay, perfect. Very good. Let's continue with our next question. All right, Margot, our next question is, okay, Margot, which means of transport do you prefer? Do you prefer a car or a bike?
Well, if I could live very
Mm-hmm.
close from my job, I would definitely choose the bike for
Mm-hmm.
your health. Actually,
Sure.
I ride my bike every Sunday, like about 2 hours.
Mm, great.
And so, which is very good for your health. I am in shape. I want to relax. It helped me to relax. And you can feel free because you can go wherever you go. You don't have to think about which direction you can take because you can turn wherever you want and you can go wherever you want. That is freedom for me. The answer bike.
Perfect. Okay, perfect. Very good. Okay, let's see our next question. And our next question is, okay, which social network do you prefer the most? Facebook or YouTube?
Well, maybe Facebook. I'm not I don't like too much, but since I see in this moment how important it is to be in contact with our students, I do prefer Facebook. I
Mhm.
haven't thought like much about that, but now I realize that the only way we can keep in touch with the students, or maybe to update, to catch up
Mhm.
sometimes, will be Facebook.
Yeah, that's right. Now, thanks to Facebook, we can see where our students are, and we are completely sure that they are doing their best. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. Very good. And let's see. Our next question is, okay, my dear Margot, in your free time, which do you prefer, music or movies?
I like music. I listen to
Mhm.
music almost every single moment. The kind of music I listen changes according to my situation.
All
If I
right.
am working at school, in reading or writing, I prefer classical music. I love the piano guys.
Okay.
And but if they are working in some creative activities such as coloring or designing, I prefer rock music. I love rock as well. My favorite song is from Kiss. I Was
Mm-hmm.
Made for Loving You.
Oh my
It's a
God,
love
that is so
song
nice.
with the strong sound, which is perfect. And students saying that is kind of really strong. It's really weird that the teacher likes rock, but I like rock in this
Mhm.
moment. Sometimes also for dancing, I prefer salsa,
Okay.
cumbia, and merengue. I don't like
Great.
reggaeton much, like I don't like it, but I do prefer this Caribbean music.
Okay, perfect. Very good. Okay, so now let's see which is our last question from the Curious Will. And here we go. Okay, my dear Margot, on your birthday, which gift do you prefer? Flowers or
Okay,
perfumes?
perfumes. Why? Because it's very good to smell sweet. And
Mm-hmm.
I take a shower. I mean, I take two showers. The first shower with water and soap, and the second shower with perfume all over my body.
Okay.
Maybe it's not good at all, but I love perfumes.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your answers. Okay, so now it's time to play our last game. Okay, so let's begin with our last game. Okay, our last game it's called Let Us Know. Okay, so okay, let's see if we are ready. Okay, well, our production assistant is working on that. Well, in the
Okay.
meantime, I want to send a special greetings to all people who are watching this show around the world, especially special greetings to our GAR students and our EHA Tech students who are studying all over the world. Thank you so much for being part of Masterpiece Show. Okay, so now the game is ready. Yes. Okay, so Margot, there you are, a board. The board contains 15 cards. You are going to choose 5 cards in total, and we are going to ask you some questions. Here, we are going to know a little bit more about the things that you like or the things that you love. Okay, so
Okay.
let's begin. Can you
Okay.
choose the first
Number
card,
seven.
please? All right,
Seven.
number 7. And the question is, what's your favorite kind of music? But you already answered this. I think we can change it. Yes, is it
Okay.
possible,
Sure.
Margaret? Yes,
Yeah. Sure.
because she already answered that question. Okay, let's go on.
Okay. Number nine.
Number 9. And the question is, what's your favorite hobby?
Lifting weights. I go to the gym and I lift weights.
Okay,
Practicing
perfect.
sports in general.
Okay, good, 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 good. Okay, let's continue with our second card, please.
Number four.
Number four. And the question is, what's your favorite color and why?
I love red. I love strong colors, and red means passion for me. Passion for
Mhm.
working, passion for teaching, passion for helping others. Red.
Okay, perfect. Very good. Okay, let's continue with the third card, please.
13.
Okay, number 13. And the question is, what's your favorite word in English?
My favorite word in English will be amazing because
Mm-hmm.
what I have, because the experience that I have with guard students was amazing and they transformed my life. And I learned to appreciate simple things.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Very good. Great. Okay, let's continue with our fourth card, please.
Number one,
Number one, and the question is, what's your favorite food?
everything. I eat a lot because I
Mm-hmm.
practice the sports. I eat a lot. I eat everything that you can
Okay.
imagine, like
Oh,
seafood, like chicken, like all salads, all kind of soups, like yaguar locro. I love yaguar locro. I don't eat as frequent as I could because I cannot cook. It's kind of difficult, but I eat everything, which means a
okay.
healthy life.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. Thank you. And let's see which is our last card.
Number 12,
Okay, and the question is, what's your favorite pet?
dogs. I love
Mm-hmm.
dogs. I don't have any dog because I don't have much free time, but dog. My son has a dog, and I know that he's teaching the dog how to sit, how to eat, how to walk, how to answer. They don't answer with words, but they answer with actions, which is marvelous. So if I could have
Mm-hmm.
a pet, it will be a dog.
Perfect. Very good. Okay, perfect. Great. Okay, my dear Margot, thank you so much for your answers. Okay, we are almost done. So now it's time to ask you the three final questions. Okay, my dear Margot, the first question is, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Well, I see myself in 10 years teaching English, working two jobs as always, and feeling really happy
Mhm.
in my career.
Okay, perfect. Very good. Okay, let's continue. Our second question is, what country would you like to visit and why?
I would like to visit USA because one of my uncles lives there. And since in this moment he's a little bit sick, I would like to be there helping him around, maybe with some company, cooking Ecuadorian food,
Mhm.
would be USA.
Okay, perfect. Margot, our last question is, if you can only make three wishes, what would they be and why?
They would be, sure, they would be health, faith, and what else? Love as well. Health
Mhm.
because you need to produce and you produce with health. Faith
Mhm.
because life is not as easy as we can imagine.
Mhm.
Life is beautiful, but it's not easy, so you need faith in order to achieve what you want. And love because you need love to continue living and working and studying, and you have to love your projects and achieve what you have planned at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Very, very good. Okay, thank you so much for your answers, my dear Margot. They are very interesting. Okay, well, so now it's time to read all the messages that people send us through our Facebook live chat. And here we go. Well, special greetings to Galo Torres. Well, he was asking what qualities do you have to be an English teacher? And Margot already answered that question. Thank you so much for your question, Galo. Patty Carwa says, "Good evening, lady. Very interesting. Yeah, it's interesting to hear about your projects, about your job. Keep on going, and God bless you." Thank you so much, Patty. Patty is the fan number one of Masterpiece Show, and she also sent you a nice sticker. Thank you so much, Patty, for your nice sticker. Fernando says, "Incredible interview. Congratulations for all your projects. Good luck and never give up." Thank you so much, Fernando, for watching Masterpiece Show. He also sent you a nice sticker. Thank you so much, Fernando. Catherine was asking, she said, "Good evening. From your experience, what would you recommend to students to improve their speaking skills?" Well, Margot already answered that question. So thank you so much, Catherine, for being part of Masterpiece Show. Gabriel Almachi asked, "What do you recommend for people who don't get along with English and no matter how hard they try, they can't learn it?" Okay, thank you so much, Gabriel, for your answer. Sorry, for your question. Margot already answered that question. Thank you. Okay, Alfredo Matabay says, "Congratulations, lady. Excellent job. Keep on going." Thank you so much, Alfredo, for watching Masterpiece Show. And he also sent you a nice sticker. Paricar, wow, wow, it's really nice. A nice program, sorry, nice show. Keep on going. Good job, Andivisa Producciones. Hacks for you, Mauri. Thank you so much, Patty. Okay, Joao asked, "Can you recommend a postcard to improve our listening?" Well, my dear Margot, do you know, or what could you recommend Joao to improve his listening skills?
Well, the best resource is what you have very close to you. Now is the internet. If
Mm-hmm,
you're at the beginning level, it will be cartoons for kids
mm-hmm,
because the language is easy. It
mm-hmm.
has movement, and since they have small vocabulary, very short words, you are going to catch up. If you are in an advanced level, I suggest CNN or TED Talks. They have very good interviews, very good speeches according to your level and also according to the topic that you like the best.
Okay, perfect. Very good. Thank you for your question, Joao. Lorena Kaisa says, "This information is very interesting. Special greetings to you, teachers." Thank you so much, Lorena Kaisa. Thank you, Lorena, for watching Masterpiece Show. Darwin Carwa, good evening. Congratulations, lady. Keep on going. Thank you so much, Darwin, for watching Masterpiece Show. Martha Ogonyo Garawai says, "It has been a pleasure to meet you, Margot." Thank you so much, Martha, for watching
Thank you.
Masterpiece Show. Okay, Stalin Fuentes sent special greetings from Atuntaki. Thank you so much to all people who are watching this show over there. Yeah, Atuntaki, it's a very beautiful town. Thank you. And Nikki Kappa says, "Thanks, Teacher Mauricio. I hope to see you soon." Congratulations, Teacher Margot. Thank you so much, Nikki, for your messages. And before I forget, I have to read the people who are watching the show right now. Otherwise, my production assistant is not going to forgive me. Okay. Thank you so much, Angelica Kishpe. Thank you for watching Masterpiece Show. Luis Simbaña, thank you for watching Masterpiece Show. Stalin Fuentes, Kevin Molina, Darwin Carwa, Gabriel Almachi, Andrea Carolina Vega Benavides, Nikki Capa, thank you so much. David Puca, Tey Abad, Ayulo Jano, Steven de la Cruz, Pari Carwa. Thank you so much, Belén Matabal. Well, thank you for your nice messages. And thank you, Pari. Okay, good night to all of you. blessings. Thank you so much. Bye. Well, my dear Margot, we are done. So now, if you have your last message to tell us, or if you want to send a special greetings to someone, now you can do it.
Okay, first of all, I want to thank you, Mauri, for the invitation. I told you at the beginning that I was nervous because I haven't been on live, and this is my first time, and it was a pleasure to work with you as always. I admire your job. And second, it will be to thank the students, GAR students. It was a pleasure to meet them. I learned a lot from them, especially I learned to never give up. That was the best lesson that I learned when I worked with them at this institute. It was a pleasure, and I am proud of them. Thank you, Mauri, and congratulations for this show. Excellent job.
Okay, thank you so much, my dear Margot. And once again, thank you so much for being here, sharing your awesome, your inspirational story. Yeah, as I told you, she is one of the most awesome and inspirational professors. So that is why she is here. Thank you so much, dear Margot, for sharing all your nice story with all of us. Thank you so much, and we hope to see you very soon. Okay, well, before we close this session, it's time to thank our special sponsors again. And here we go. Okay, thank you so much, ClassPro. Remember that ClassPro offers you advisory for educational and social projects, training for standardized tests, document translations, and academic consultant services. Remember, ClassPro is located in Quito at Centro Comercial Artesanal on the first floor, corridor number 1, store 105. If you want to talk to the CEO of ClassPro, Master Pablo Mejia Maldonado, you can contact him. There you can see his cell phone number. ClassPro, the best of the best solutions for your educational and social projects. Thank you so much, Gelwar. Remember that Gelwar is one of the most innovative projects developed by Yache Tech students. Gelwar was one of the winning teams that participated at this important event, whole prize. And well, thanks to this prize, now they are offering you this eco-friendly product. Yes, so Gelwar is offering you eco-friendly diapers. Yes, you can reuse these diapers, and we can contribute to save our planet. If you need more information about Gelwar, remember that you can get it on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and also on Twitter. And if you want to buy this eco-friendly product, remember that you can get more information at www.gelwar.net. Gelwar, the best eco-friendly diapers for you. And thank you so much, Yanapana Project. Remember that Yanapana Project is a nice and interesting project developed by GAR students. So they offer you online Spanish and English tutorials, document translations, academic consulting, and now you can develop your English skills, especially speaking, through this new service, the chat room. And remember that the price of this new service is very reasonable for you. If you need more information about Yanapana Project, there you are, their official social media sites. And remember that Yanapana Project is always recruiting volunteers. So if you are interested in becoming part of this awesome project, you can get more information at www.yanapanaproject.org. Okay, once again, thank you so much, my dear Margot, for being here in our show, and we hope to have you here in our show very soon. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Well,
Mauri. My pleasure, and good night.
thank you so much. Well, she's Margoth Sulca, and definitely her profile is a masterpiece. Thank you so
Bye
much
bye.
to all people
Bye.
who were watching this show. We will see you next Thursday at 8:30. My name is Mauricio Matabay, and it was my pleasure to be here sharing this awesome story. See you next Thursday. Thank you so much, my dear Margot.
Bye bye.
Have a good night. Thank you so much.